Welcome back to Politics Watch. This is Sir P. Now, today I want to address the whole egg tray case down there in Trenchtown, right? Because we heard disturbing reports that 15-year-old Norville Hall, student of Ascot High, lost his life over some egg tray business. Now, I have to admit, initially when people started telling me the story, I was like, oh boy. See, whenever people report on these things, they always oversimplify it. Now, of course, the title says killed over egg trays. And a lot of people might think to themselves, well, really? Egg tray, them kill the youth for egg tray? People of Jamaica, listen to me. It's not about the egg trays, right? To put this on the egg tray and say, the egg people, listen to me. I'll tell you what killed 15-year-old Norville Hall. Norville Hall lost his life because of badman culture. Not because he's a bad man, right? Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying he's involved in nothing. Listen to me right now. I'm saying he lost his life because of bad man culture. Inner city culture. The same culture I am trying to destroy. The culture that says that gangs, 87s, 90s, whoever, bad man, whatever I want to call him, bad sprats, because I say enough of them are sprat, right? See, they've established themselves in these communities to the point where them feel safe when them are boss gun and them see you go about your business, them can stop you at any time and tell you anything. And if you go on like you want to give them a chat, then you will pay the ultimate price. People of Jamaica, listen to me right now. You see, when I first heard the story, and I was like, okay, well, what, somebody thief some egg tray? It didn't make sense until I watched the TVJ story. And I heard the youth relative describe, oh, she sent him go deliver eggs, right? And he might come back with the empty egg tray them, right? And he buck up in some youth. And the man they must take out the egg tray. And I guess, in quote unquote, give them chat. See, people of Jamaica, let me tell you something about your average LIQ, fragile ego, bad man. The same bad man in Jamaica, love glorify. Let me tell you something about them. These people are modern day baccaras. And if you not listen to me, they are modern day baccaras. Jamaican people know what I mean when you call somebody a baccara, right? You know who baccara is? You want to know baccara, right? Every Jamaican should know baccara. And if you don't know that word, we need to ask yourself what is being taught in schools.
What you mean, man, a bad man? What you mean, fool? Man, a bad man. Man, a real bad man. What you talk about? If me see you up on the road and me say, yo, I want the glasses there, if you just take it off and give me. And if me say, yo, where you go them egg tray, them want them, if you just give me. And any you go like you want, screw up your face and give me the chat. Me and my friend them just come for you. Right? Come mash you up in your yard like a fool. I mean, man, a bad man. What you mean? Come do something now. Come do something now, fool.
See, people of Jamaica, it wasn't about the egg tray, right? The egg tray could have been replaced by anything. It could have literally been a pencil. It could have been a bag juice or a sweetie, an icy mint, right? People, what it come down to is the fact that in certain inner city communities, because this happened in Trenchtown and the incident with the youth them happened over Rima. Ghetto people, especially law-abiding ghetto people, who no links with the Don and the top man them in the area who are boss gone. These people live under a state of mental slavery. So nobody want to talk about this. They want to talk about it, they want to make it look fun and cool. They're not telling them things, yeah? So the people them live under a form of mental state. I will not even talk about the economic side of it and all them things there. And the political side of it. We are talking about even just down to the bad man level. What you call it when a grown adult, what you call it when civilians, citizens of a country, live in a place where a next set of man can tell them what to do, when them to do it, and if them step out of line, by the next morning, them end up down a duff cut. People, understand something, you know. Inner city people in Jamaica, right? And we talk especially, me focus especially upon the one them when are related to the Dodos and the Zeeks them and can't call them and say, yo, you know, say about this, me go deal with it. Me talk about the regular people them now, right, in the inner city. People of Jamaica understand this, right? Once people can walk and talk in a certain place, once you're old enough to walk and talk, you already start to teach certain things. Say, listen, just do what them say, just nobody, you don't look on them, just hold on your head. And if them tell you just do this. And people, that is mental oppression. Right? These people are under mental slavery. See, if you want to lose your life, right, all you have to do is just stand up for yourself. Just stand up for yourself. You don't have to, when people say Sir P, X-Ray, no man, maybe the youth was a bad man. Listen, people, I don't know if something will come out later down the road. But I'm going to say this, I don't know. But I'm to explain something to them. As simple as it sounds, it's as simple as it can be. It happens all the time. It happens all over this country, right? This is how 87s and LIQs operate, right? Now the reason why this story don't make sense to a lot of Jamaicans, right? And a lot of my subscribers, viewers, especially if you're big people now and you probably left all Jamaica 20 years ago. The reason why this story don't make sense to you is because you're approaching it from a position of logic. You are approaching it from a position of reason. You're thinking, well, surely if a youth say, give me some X-ray, will belong to him and him auntie. And the youth no want to get the X-ray. You can't. That's why your brain is scrambled. Because you look on it as somebody will have sense. You're looking upon it as somebody will have reason. People, 87s, for the most part, lack those things. See, these people when them tell us say, listen, jump, you have to say how high, sir, right? See, quote unquote, you diss me, cause enough man lose them life in Jamaica. You see the thing about LIQs, everything diss them. People at Jamaica, you hear me I say? LIQs, 87 LIQs especially, everything is a diss for them. If you walk about your business and you hear a sound side and you spin on and look on the person and you just look back at the same time, just the fact that you spin on and look on them, hey, we all look on me for, hey boy, LIQs. You're not dealing with rational people here. You're not dealing with logical people here. But this is the culture. This is the culture. Picnic in a certain place. From them can walk and talk, as me say. Them parents and them family start tell them, say, yo, listen, when you walk past, look on the body, when them tell you, say, you have to just run, alright, just say yes now and shake your head and walk. What kind of lifestyle is that? What kind of living is that? What kind of condition is that? Mental prison. Right? This is what them don't want to talk about. Right? This is why we not big up no era leader, we not big up no Dan and no 87. Right? Because they keep glorifying, oh, yeah, but him they put on one treat, oh, so every time he put on the treat and give you the free school bag, and he put on the treat, every year we get treat. I have a video come up about that. Don't worry yourself, I have a video coming up about that, right? Because those are the simpleton arguments people used to try and deflect. Every time you try to call out certain things, right, within badness culture, I know them people that have get the youths, I live like say, them are some kind of trained pet we're supposed to jump and then, when people have dog and them say, roll over, sit, stand up, lay down. See, that's how bad man treat ghetto people. That's how gangsters treat ghetto people in their community. Right? And none of them know this, but they're afraid to talk. You know when people talk or when people left? When people left the garrison, right? When people left certain inner city communities and left certain acidic environments, and them know say, alright, them safe now, at them time they then talk. Right? Then time them tell us really it's a mental prison. Right? It's a mental prison. Right? For people at Jamaica, want if you understand something. It's the culture that allows those type of individuals to flourish and rise and get notoriety and get all this fame, right? And man have much song and big them up. You see that culture right there? If that culture don't get shaken up, then the draw will be too great. And even if you see the youth them who do this, even if people at Jamaica, if you want to give me a weapon right now and say, Sir P, the government of Jamaica is giving you the task to go and go lick down all 3 men that did this. You see me go and wet them up, people? 3 more replace them by a morning. You know why? Because the draw the badness and danship is too great. It's exciting, it's fun, it's glorious. A lot of perks towards it. Right? This is why I mean, to be honest, I don't listen to a lot of YouTube channels, but I don't know who else focus on this. But I know before me join YouTube, I never really anybody talk about the focus on the culture and the mindset. People were focusing on the tangible things. Oh, the income, and oh, it's because of the poor. Listen, people, culture and mindset, bad man culture. Until you can shake up bad man culture and make young youths look on it as with scorn, until you can get to a point where the young youths them look on 87 lifestyle with scorn, with disgust, right? It's how people look on the Gully Queen them. Until Jamaican society start to look on 87s and 90s and these criminals, these 116s with the same level of disgust what we have for the Gully Queen them, and look on them say, oh no, could never imagine myself a bit. That's how people look on Gully Queens, right? That's how we need to look on 87s, right? And you see, until the culture get reshaped, and that's how we start to approach it, right? And when somebody tell us, you know, say, my bridge down the road, if somebody come to you right now as a Jamaican and say, yo, you know, say, I be a Gully Queen friend me have right now, I be a Gully sprat me part with, then you'd look on him like, what? Oh my gosh, how are you, man? You move on side of me. You see, until we start treat 87s so, and 90s, when people come to you and say, hey, I be a bad man friend me have, big up bad, and you look on him like, what? Yeah, I say. You be a bad man. Yeah, move from right this. Until we start treat both of them the same, right? And turn off and discourage people from getting involved in this. Listen, stories like this will continue to happen. For Narville Hall's case, it was an egg tray. For somebody's case, it might be a clock, it might be a pencil, it might be a bicycle. Hell, a year one of things. Man, literally see you pull on your bicycle, take it up, and you say, yo, if you ride them a bicycle, end up doing a dove cut. By the way, that's a real life scenario I know, in real life, right? From community I'm familiar with. Man pull on him bicycle, 87 knock and walk past the man bicycle. Go up on the man bicycle and ride off, and the youth say, yo, where you go up on bicycle? Who you talk to? Black, 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 black. Backs up, you'd fight back, defend himself, win the fight, the physical fight. 87 can't take that. Come back, come shoot him. People of Jamaica, that youth did not lose his life cause a bicycle. No. He lost his life because of an acidic culture. An acidic culture where certain men, right? Acidic culture where criminals feel to the citizens in their neighborhood work on the plantation and then can talk to them any way they want to talk to them and treat them how they want to treat them. And if they dare talk back, if they dare try to stand up for themselves, they must forget a casket. Listen, people of Jamaica, I'm telling you, we can't take back this country. I keep telling you over and over the things them have to change first. It's up to you whether you want to take it serious. Patreon squad, big up on yourself. Please like, comment and share the video. Bless.